Mara, you mentioned Zohran Mamdani a moment ago, and you're writing about him in your latest opinion piece for The Times. It's titled, "Mamdani has done something special. Progressives need black voters to make it last." And you wrote in part this: "Progressives have a shot at shaping the direction of a party whose leaders have failed to mount a successful opposition to Donald Trump. Before they can offer Democrats a path forward nationally, though, they will have to make significant headway with Americans at the very heart of the Democratic coalition, black voters, especially older ones. In districts that were overwhelmingly black, Mr. Mamdani lost voters to his main opponent, former Governor Andrew Cuomo, by more than 2-1. Progressives seem to particularly struggle with this part of the base. Democrats with big aspirations may want to get very curious about why." So, Mara, tell us more of your thoughts along this line. How can this potentially new generation of Democratic candidates appeal to these older, important black voters?
Yeah, sure. I think, well, first of all, there is no Democratic coalition in this country. There's no pro-democracy movement without black voters. And that's just remains to be the case. So all of these young Democrats, progressives and otherwise, are going to have to figure out how to bring these voters into the coalition in a real and meaningful way. I kind of had gotten tired of just hearing the reflexive answer from pollsters, from some colleagues in the media of, well, older black voters are just more conservative. I think it's more complicated than that. And when you actually dig into the data and you actually talk to Democrats who have deep roots in this part of the base, you realize that the political traditions of black voters and older black voters are actually very complex. So a lot of support isn't based around ideology in this part of the base, but it's actually more about trusted relationships that are often built over a long period of time. It's about politicians of all political persuasions who are practical and can show that they can win and deliver tangible policy items for black voters and others. And it's also about politicians who are comfortable with black people. And I think one part of this dynamic that is really overlooked is the experience that so many older black voters, any voter over 50 who is African American in this country, has had some kind of set of life experiences, they or their parents, with Jim Crow. And it's amazing to me that we don't talk about this more, because that obviously is likely to lead to a sense of cautiousness and skepticism about politics and politicians. So when you do talk to folks like Senator Raphael Warnock, like Senator Jon Ossoff, like Representative Jasmine Crockett, these are folks who are certainly not on the far left, but they are liberals. They say, come talk to voters, come listen to voters, come build relationships. And even if you disagree on some issues, there's a coalition to be built there once that trust and respect is made. And so I think that's something like that folks like Zohran Mamdani, folks like AOC and others are going to have to work on. And it's not only progressives that struggle. I mean, we forget that even Barack Obama, the former president, struggled to get black support early on in his career, ultimately getting validators in folks, including his wife.
Right. It's such an important point, and one the party is going to have to wrestle with next year's midterms and beyond. Finally, this block, Walter, Vice President Kamala Harris, not the only big name with a new book coming out this fall. You've got one, too. This one on the 250th birthday of the United States of America. It's titled The Greatest Sentence Ever Written. That's a good title. Walter, tell us about it.
It's a sentence: we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. We know it by heart, but we don't know exactly how it was crafted. Jefferson writes the first draft, but it's Franklin who takes out the words, we hold these truths to be sacred, and makes it self-evident. That's something from the Enlightenment. And I'm trying to explain how that sentence and each word in it defines our common ground and defines the American dream. Two things we've lost. And if we go into the 250th birthday of America pulling ourselves apart, as we've been doing, that's going to be a squandered opportunity, because if we celebrate this birthday by celebrating the Declaration with all the things that led into it and came out of it, I think that's the type of celebration we need.
Such a timely book and the right person to write it. Publication date for Walter's new book, The Greatest Sentence Ever Written, is November 18th. Walter, thank you for joining us this morning. We're eager to read it.